Good afternoon. Welcome to Options Center. We have a lot of new information that came out today. We got our all-time highs that we were talking about. I said was likely to happen, and it did. So we're going to talk about this very fast. We're going to go through SPY, QQQ, IWM, and the VIX. Also touch on Tesla because I think Tesla has some legs to prop the market up. So yeah, stick around, and this should be a little bit shorter video. If you are new here, go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit that Options Center logo, and subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much. We have SPY on the 65 minute. We're going to stay on 65 for all of the indices that we look at. And so right here, I want to make this clear. We had this new uptrend line because we made new highs. We had this channel breakout in the blue here, and we're forming a wedge, and we just hit the top of the wedge, which coincided with the options expected move. So it's very rare that we get the lower end and the upper end hitting the options expected move, but it's clearly OPEX, and anything can happen. So what I think is going to happen with the help with the weakness of most of the tech stocks, they should start getting a little bit weaker. We should have some sort of pullback. Maybe that pullback just brings us to retest the channel in this gap area, and we make one more high. That's it. It's as simple as that. And how do we get this new high with all the weakness in the market that's going to happen? With Tesla and a little bit of the IWM, possibly. So that's what we've been talking about over and over. I think that rotation is ready to happen. We're in key areas for Tesla to hold, and IWM has already shown some bottoming price action. Okay, so what does this look like on the Elliott wave? I'm not going to do this on... we're not going to do this on QQQ because we're just going to show this. It's virtually the same thing. Now, this could be just an impulse. So we have our possible wave 4 right here. I know this isn't labeled correctly. Wave 4. And now we're getting our 1. We got our 2. We just completed wave 3. Can ignore that. We're looking for that wave 4 to retest the breakout zone. And then we're looking for wave 5 to complete. And that should come to the top or near the wedge that's forming the ending diagonal. Now, I do want to see this on SPY, not on the Qs necessarily, but on SPY, I want to see a little crossover here of this wave 1. These are all 3-wave moves. You see the initial wave here, 2, 3-wave move for 1, 3-wave move down for 2, and you see this little pullback here, 1, 2, 3 for 3. We're looking for a little wave 4, just enough to cross over, just by a penny, doesn't matter, and to get a 3-wave move up for 5. Now, 5 just can't be longer than 3. I do believe, let's see if 1 is longer than 3 while I have you here. And we'll brush up these charts and introduce them again on a higher time basis. Yeah, so wave 3 is already longer than wave 1. So wave 5 can be anything. It can be a blow off top. It can be longer than 3. The extension can go longer than 3. We have to be careful. We'll monitor that. It could be a blow off top, but we'll be looking for this wedge to hold in. Could be a throw over. Okay, but we're near the end. I'm calling this. It's a bold call. We're near the end. Pullback. One more high. Can be shorter or longer than wave 3. Doesn't matter because wave 3 is not the shortest already. It's longer than wave 1. Okay, super important video. You want to look at this. You want to stick in this video all the way through. It's not going to be very long. Same thing with the NASDAQ, forming that large wedge. This one's a little bit more extended. It does not need to cross back over. I don't necessarily think this is going to be an ending diagonal. I can see 5 waves up, a correction, 3-wave correction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, where you have the extension in wave 5. So keep in mind that can happen on the SPY, but we'll keep an eye on all of our hedges, because those are going to tell us as well when the market may be topping. And so NVIDIA is almost to its 600 points. So I'm not counting NVIDIA. It has maybe 10 more points that it can really go to before it hits that channel top. And we'll look at that at the weekend too. So we're looking for some sort of pullback, possibly to this 415, not necessarily all the way to the breakout area. Consolidation and a move back higher. Okay, this all, I believe the time frame should happen. It could happen pretty quick into next week, but I think we're targeting January 31st, which is just less than 2 trading weeks, to have a top or near top. And that's going to be a very, very big Fed meeting. I think that's what we're aiming for. I think that's what the market is going for. Okay, so IWM, what does this look like? You know, you can draw this a couple ways. I have this more like a channel. You could have had the wedge, have a breakout from the wedge already. It doesn't matter, either one, because you had that spike above that broke back down. Okay, now what we're looking at IWM, if it's already breaking out, it's already making its bottoming move, is to come back to this 196 to 200 zone. Okay, it coincides. If you see strength, if you see the market, first of all, pull back for that wave 4, and you need something to hold, to prop it up to get that wave 5, look at IWM to get to this 196 to about the 200 area. This zone here could go a little bit higher, but this is our golden zone. All right, very important. So again, if we're going to see that weakness in the market pull down SPY and the NASDAQ, and then you want to see just a rip and roar, move we're looking for in Tesla. Okay, I'm calling this up. I'm saying Tesla is going to be a catalyst with IWM. Tesla should rip, have a big move, breaking out of this channel, breaking out of, you can draw a wedge here as well. Okay, and we're looking for a very, very steep zigzag to go right into this red zone. I marked this red zone out here. It's this consolidation area. Remember, we talk about support and resistance all the time, made by consolidation areas. This would be the 50% retracement at the 235 and the 60% at that 242 area. That's where we're looking for Tesla to go. That's a huge move, 30 points away. We're going to be playing that. That's going to be our hedge. That's going to be our hedge for next week going into FOMC. We have all of next week with the PCE, and then the week after on Wednesday is our FOMC. So that's 7 trading days away. All right, and in 7 days, this is going to make a hell of a move. I think it's going to prop the market up with IWM. I think some of your meme stocks are going to fly. They're going to have some great moves while the market is eking out a brand new high. We already got our all-time highs, but we should see a pullback and another all-time high. Drag everybody in. Everybody's celebrating. Got the party hats on. And then the rug pull. Okay, so in about 2 weeks, we're looking for our rug pull. Bold call, But now all the information is telling us this, so we have to express it. Okay, this was our initial move up from the VIX. We had a consolidation zone, breakout. We're back testing. I'm not sure that this is going to hold up very well. I think the VIX might come down and try to retest this 13 zone. Okay, while all of the while the market, it could hold up. I mean, the VIX can be up while the market's up, while you're forming a top like this. We pull back, the VIX should get a little bit of a lift off. When we pull back, we're at the top already for our wave 3. And we get our wave 4 pullback. The VIX should get a pop and possibly a retest or close the gap. We're so close. We'll see what happens. Calling this top. You guys have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk more. I'll show larger time frame pictures. And I'll reiterate that our top is very, very near. All right, thanks for joining us here at Option Center. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.